Make sure you watch to the end for more information on my very first ever giveaway. So I think we're all pretty much tired of the whole multiverse concept. It started out as a cool concept, however, everyone's trying to dip their toe in a multiverse story to where it feels like it's just being overdone. And not even Transformers is safe from the multiverse, as Transformers' latest cinematic project is the long-awaited Transformers GIJoe crossover. And they're going about it in one of the strangest ways. Yup. It's finally time we talk about this because we are reportedly getting a live-action Transformers GIJoe crossover movie, and the reception for it is very mixed. And for good reason, as in the post-credit scene for Transformers Rise of the Beast, it was revealed that the G.I. Joes exist in the Transformers universe. And this left a lot of people scratching their heads, myself included, as it felt like it came completely out of left field. That's because the Rise of the Beast universe is supposed to take place in a new continuity right after the Bumblebee movie. And in the Bumblebee movie, they already established a secret team of government agents called Sector 7, further adding to the confusion because they just can't seem to make up their minds on whether these movies are in one continuous timeline or if they are in fact in separate universes. Going off what the director said, confirming that the Bumblebee movie is supposed to be a reboot and a brand new universe, we can imply that Sector 7 is an alternate version of Sector 7, fresh and new for this new universe. Well, they played a pretty big part in the Bumblebee movie, but when you go to Rise of the Beast, they are nowhere to be seen, they are not mentioned at all, and they are essentially replaced with G.I. Joe. It's a collaboration I don't think anybody was asking for and nobody was expecting, but I do believe that it can be done right. And that's because Transformers and G.I. Joe have crossed over many times before, meaning that there are plenty of stories for them to pull from when it comes to writing a script for this movie. That's right. The best way I could see a potential Transformers G.I. Joe crossover movie being successful is if they go the Marvel route and pull from their own comics. The material is already there, so all they would have to do is just figure out a way to adapt it into a live-action movie in a way that makes sense. And I'm about to blow your mind, because we have already seen what a live-action Transformers G.I. Joe movie looks like, in the form of the live-action Michael Bay Transformers movies. It's no secret that these movies served as US military propaganda, but they worked. They worked really well. Part of why the live-action Transformers movies felt so realistic was because of the US military's involvement. Because if alien robots showed up on our planet, you know damn well that they would absolutely get involved. But another reason why the Bayverse movies were such a spectacle to watch was because we got to see what it would feel like to watch the US military go up against these alien foes using all of their impressive tech and awesome weaponry. Keep in mind, this was the US military. Now let's switch over to G.I. Joe. What's their tagline again? Oh right, a real American hero. Apart from a couple of main characters dressed up like wannabe Power Ranger villains, as you can see, every rank and file soldier looks like your generic military dude. We have seen the formula so many times to where I am predicting that the live-action Transformers G.I. Joe movie will just be another Bayverse movie with a massive focus on the human characters doing military shit, with maybe some of them transforming into the iconic Joe vehicles so that way they could do something cool with the toy line. And that is another thing that comes with a Transformers G.I. Joe movie. Of course, they're gonna want to make toys for this. And I'm well aware that there already are Transformers G.I. Joe figures. But hey, even if the movie does suck, this would be the perfect opportunity to bring back the Human Alliance line. Because you can't tell me that a masterpiece scale Optimus Prime with the ability to store Snake Eyes in the driver's seat is not an awesome idea. So even though we're all getting pretty tired of the whole multiverse concept in movies, and trust me, Transformers is no stranger to the multiverse, I do see this as a potential gateway for much cooler Transformers projects. And while I could never, ever see it happening in a million years, you do have to remember that both Transformers and G.I. Joe were once a part of the Marvel Comics. And seeing how Transformers and the MCU aren't doing too terribly great, they don't really have a whole lot to lose. What if this is how we end up getting a live-action Transformers MCU crossover? Hold off on saying that this is a stupid idea for a sec, because both Marvel and Transformers share a very formidable villain, and this would be the perfect way to introduce him. Enter Death's Head. Again, I am very well aware that there are plenty of superheroes and supervillains that are capable of fucking up Transformers, but there is only one that is very consistent and infamous for doing it. Death's Head. Death's Head is essentially Marvel's version of Boba Fett, or he is basically Marvel's version of Lockdown before Lockdown was even a thing, because he is an intergalactic bounty hunter who loves to fight superheroes, and in the Transformers continuity, he especially loves to hunt down and kill Transformers. It does not matter whether you're a Transformer or a superhero because he is very bad news. And even if this were to be a one-off movie, introducing Death's Head to the MCU would be such a smart idea. And I apologize for the cringe, but he is an Avengers-level threat. In fact, if you're a Marvel fan, you're probably familiar with Death's Head already because he has a much higher kill count in the Marvel comics than he does in Transformers. So that's what I believe is going on. I believe that this Transformer G.I. Joe crossover movie is testing the waters to see if they can open the door to many other crossover movies, like Transformers and the MCU. If you made it this far in the video, then I have a very special announcement to make because I am doing my very first ever giveaway where I am going to be giving away this fully 3D printed custom Matrix of Leadership popcorn bucket. How is it a popcorn bucket, you may ask? Well, that is because you are able to pull this matrix apart just like in a movie and flip the center crystal around, revealing a bowl for you to put your snacks into. And here's how you can enter. Just send an email to zephyrprojectgiveaways@gmail.com, and most importantly, make sure the subject says giveaway entry if you want your entry to be counted. I will be choosing at random and I will announce the winner on April 7th, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. And as always, thank you for watching.